Hey Capricorn, welcome to your tarot session. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm gonna dive right in as always, and I'm gonna start by picking the general energy of the present moment. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Capricorn. We have the Five of Pentacles for you and the Ten of Swords at the bottom of this reading. So the Five of Pentacles, it's connected to change. All five in the tarot is connected to change. So that's why it looks so uncomfortable, because we're about to go through very big changes. This card talks a lot about old beliefs and how sometimes we are stuck in fear, the fear of not having enough. And that could be something right now unconsciously that is driving you, that is controlling the things that you do and how you interact, how you treat yourself also. The fear of lack. I'm not going to have enough. I need to do more. I need to grind. I need to prepare. It's all connected to old beliefs. So, Five of Pentacles, very bitter medicine, but it's still soul medicine. And there's something here that it wants you to understand that you're going to be okay, and that actually you are doing more than enough. You are more than enough. Notice when you see this card coming up in any reading, really, ask yourself, what am I doing too much of? And you're a Capricorn. My friend, trust me, there's at least one thing you can identify that you're doing too much of. You're pressuring yourself into. Is it too extreme? And like, just an example, you could be on a health journey, on a health kick, and you're completely changing every habit just in a day. You're not giving yourself the time to adapt. Your body needs to adapt. That's just an example, but that's very Capricorn. This intensity, you're very determined. But I think that sometimes you can pressure yourself into changing when actually you're invited to flow. You're invited to maybe slow down. Yeah. What are you doing too much of? And can you show yourself a little bit of grace here? You're not supposed to be perfect. You're not supposed to be perfect. But you're supposed to change. Change is good. Seven of Cups. So there's something outside yourself that you're seeking, looking for answers outside of yourself. You could be researching things right now. How am I going to do this? What is the best way to do this? Again, there's a little bit too much of something. And it's not like the universe is saying, you're doing bad, Capricorn, you're doing too much. It really is a gentle invitation to look at and to really get honest with yourself. Okay, maybe I need to slow down a little bit. And when I say this, I know that some of you are going to be like, no, I can't slow down. I've been slowing down for years. It's time that I grind. It's time that I push. Where does that come from? Is it your inner critique? Is it, and that makes me emotional. I just really want to hold space for all Capricorns. Is it the voice of your caretakers? The voice of your ancestors, resonating in your mind saying, no, you need to push. You need to do more. I think that there's an inner battle going on here. And it might be very hard for you in this moment to kind of find it balance. Like, we have 5 and 7. We're skipping the 6, 6 is like, okay, I'm comfortable. I'm in the middle. Sometimes, yes, we have to get uncomfortable in order to change. That's beautiful. Getting uncomfortable is great. But you deserve to enjoy yourself. You deserve pleasure. You deserve to feel good and not constantly listen to that voice that's saying more, more, more. Or on the other side, not enough. It's not enough. I think that you're definitely in this moment trying to readjust, trying to show yourself some grace, being more understanding with yourself. But it's a practice. It's never going to be easy for you to do that. Because I feel like everyone says that Virgo is a perfectionist. Oh boy, yeah, trust me, I'm married to a Virgo. I know this, but I feel like Capricorns, you guys are as perfectionistic as, Virgos. I don't even know if the right word is perfectionistic or perfectionist. I'm French, guys, so you know what I mean. But it's very, very challenging for you to cut yourself some freaking slack. You're either gonna go for it 110% or just 0%. How can we find a balance here? And the Six of Cups is here. Listen, I love this. It makes so much sense that I said, where's the six, And now we're taking a step back, okay? And it's a positive thing. It's a supportive thing. Doing a little bit less. Really feeling into what you're doing. Okay, maybe pushing myself too hard is just going to drain me out and it's not going to support me with my goals, with what I want to accomplish, what I'm looking for. Let me take a step back. Let me offer myself this cup of compassion and love and understanding. You're doing amazing, Capricorn. The fact that the Five of Pentacles is your general energy doesn't take anything away from you, from your success, from the potential of what you can accomplish this year. I really believe in you. The Six of Cups is so lovely, and it's a deep card of healing. In all the other, traditional version of this card, you see the Maltese cross. It is a symbol of healing. It's like you're saving yourself in some way. You're saving your inner child, and you are, I think, cutting the noise when it comes to, again, the voice of your ancestors, the voice of your caretaker, and your own inner critique. It's not like we can just suppress that voice. It's part of us. But we can say, I hear you. Thank you for trying to protect me. I don't need you right now. I'm doing great. I can do this on my own. So this is what true healing looks like. It is messy. It is never a straight line. 5, 7, 6, it's just a perfect representation of healing and evolution. Sometimes we really have to take a step back and have a different perspective. You embody that energy perfectly. I love this. I feel so much warmth around my heart space for all the Capricorns that I know and love. Tell me more about this, because a healed Capricorn, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit for you. And we have the Justice card. So again, I keep saying, where is the balance? Like, where are we finding kind of a comfortable place in the middle? And the Justice card is here. The Justice card is when we are truly free, because we're not looking to hurt anyone back. We're not holding on to any grudges. We are forgiving, we are moving on, and we are letting go of trying to control, change the past, and really predict the future. It is the middle path. It is really exactly what the medicine of the Five of Pentacles, it wants to bring you there. In the traditional version of the Six of Pentacles, the card that comes right after, you know this, there's the scale. The scale that we see in the Justice card, but this is the major arcana. It's like you're shifting decades of healing and evolution, all because you're able to show yourself a little bit more grace. Again, remember that always and forever. And that goes for Cap rising and Venus and Mars and everything, not just Capricorn sense. A healed Capricorn, or healing the Capricorn part in your chart, it unlocks something absolutely amazing for everyone. Capricorn is Saturn. It really connects to our relationship with authority. And for anyone who experienced trauma as a kid, for anyone who, had a difficult upbringing, a lot of us are still living our lives like we're going to get punished for something. I don't know I know a lot of folks are going to relate to that. Not everyone, and that's totally fine. But I'm 35 years old, and still to this day, sometimes I live my life like I'm going to get punished for something. Like I'm going to get screamed at. No, it's me. It's the Saturn. It's the voice of my ancestors, the voice of my inner critique. There's something here that is, it's like you're tapping into another layer of healing, Capricorn. You've unlocked something life-changing. And it hasn't been easy. It took so much work. It took so much strength and courage to get where you are. Patience, time, years and years, Seven of Pentacles. You understand the value of patience. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. And you know that. Again, in my opinion, you're the most dedicated sign of the zodiac. Your drive, your dedication, it's like no other. It's a gift, but yeah, it can feel like a curse sometimes. Especially when we need to rest and when we need to let go and take a step back. But you have done that beautifully. So, I love that we have 7-7. Again, you're moving forward. There's expansion here. You're planting more seeds right now. Now that things feel more clear and the universe is clearly on your side with the Justice card, you're choosing to plant more seeds. Okay, now that I'm aligned here, let me focus on this other thing. Let me see what is possible there. But it's very balanced. It's not like you're obsessing over this. You're curious. You're getting curious about different things here. At the heart, we have the Queen of Cups. I'm so happy to see this here. The Queen of Cups is the deepest card in the whole tarot. It literally represents the deepest parts of the ocean, the parts that we will probably never discover as humans because it's too profound. She's double water because all the queens are connected to water. And the Queen of Cups, of course, is holding the cup. So she's water, water. This is a very, very magical energy. Something happens in the next few weeks. I think it's happening very fast. It's been a long time coming, but it's happening very soon. There's a magical moment, and we have 7-7 here. It's like this moment of luck, like a very fortunate event or like a fortunate twist in some way. And it's helping you tap into your water side. I don't know if this is about your chart. I don't know if you have a lot of Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer in your chart, or if this is really about your intuition, your vulnerability. The water is essential for any earth sign to grow. The seeds that you're planting, they're growing. So you've been incredibly patient, but now something shifts probably overnight. And I feel like it's connected to luck. The luck that, it's not like it's not as random as you think, it's luck that you cultivated in a way. Tell me more about this. Help me find the right words to express this feeling here. And Queen of Cups is very hard to put into words because she is a feeling. And we have the Hierophant. This is the biggest blessing in the tarot. I say this all the time. I always felt that. The Hierophant is connected to so many old beliefs. When the tarot was created a very long time ago, people needed you to believe, the creators of the tarot wanted you to believe that in order to connect with God, with your guides, you needed a channeler, someone who was in a position of authority and power, like a pope. Hierophant. We're in 2025 now. You don't need anyone to connect you with God, to connect you with your higher self and with spirit and with the magic of the world. This is you. You are this archetype. So what's happening with the Hierophant, it's like we're absorbing the beauty of the world. We're finally enjoying life. We're not just surviving, we're living. This is a Venusian card. We understand that pleasure is our birthright. We are able to see beauty in everything, and we're able to create beauty out of anything. And again, this is a blessing. In my opinion, the biggest blessing in the tarot. I don't know why I always felt that way. I always felt like the Hierophant was just, it really is about old systems that existed way before you were born, way before anyone we know was born. And it's magical, it's ancient, and it connects us to the universe, it connects us to God. It helps us believe in magic again. Something is about to happen. Again, a very fortunate twist for you. Kind of overnight moment. And it's helping you believe in magic again. Because you see it right in your face. The Hierophant is so real. It's giving you the abundance and really the possibility of creating anything you want with your life. We have the Four of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, boundaries. And underneath it all, and I have goosebumps right now, Six of Pentacles. I can't make that stuff up. And that is why, those moments like this, it always remind me why I chose the tarot as my, number one magical tool in my practice. Because it always works perfectly in that way, in the way that I'm feeling and I'm trying to tell a story. I love this. I love this. Okay. So boundaries here, this whole row. Four of Cups is emotional boundaries. This is when we have to say no. And again, I felt like there was some type of a blessing here. Listen, especially that we see the Six of Pentacles with everything I talked about. We started with the 5. Now there's more abundance. There's luck. There's something that's changing in our fortune. People are gonna suddenly reappear. People want a piece of you. They want a piece of your abundance. They're suddenly calling. They're suddenly, needing something from you. And the Four of Cups teaches us to say no. I'm not available. It's about clear emotional boundaries. It's about embodying those boundaries and feeling into something. Does this feel right for me, or is this a no? Sometimes, yes, it's important to say yes. It's open to open ourselves. But this is boundaries. It's not walls. Walls keep everybody out. Boundaries show people where the door is. And here with the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords, it's really an understanding of how essential it is to not only create boundaries for yourself, but to maintain them, to embody them on a daily, constantly, forever, in every moment. Because the way I'm sensing this is like you're gonna have more than enough. You're gonna have enough to share with others. And I don't think everyone deserves it. That's the thing. I don't think just anyone everywhere deserves a piece of you. I think you are invited to be incredibly selective with who you share your abundance with. If this is an overnight success, if this is some type of, a win, any type of win, it could literally be like material or energetical. The future isn't fixed, so the tarot doesn't promise anything. It's not like the tarot is promising you something, but there is definitely a change happening here when it comes to what you own, how you move in the world, and how others perceive you. So the Knight of Swords coming out right after the King is very interesting because the King understands how he always needs to go back to the curiosity of the page. He needs to nurture, to take care of the garden, with the Queen. He needs to constantly look at the quality of his movements, of how he moves in the world. He needs, the King contains all the other court cards. So he understands the value of everything that happened in the past, all the little layers of healing and understanding. He's always going back to that. But now we have the knights here. You're going to be tested. Folks are going to be testing your boundaries and your limits like never before. And it is your job, again, to not push them away, to not build walls around yourself. Definitely don't isolate yourself because of what's happening. And be clear. Communicate. Tell them how you feel, even if they're not available to receive it. Even if they don't understand, they cannot understand. When I say they're not available, it's like they're not mentally prepared or at the level that you are to understand what you're saying. You still need to say it. It is your mission right now to clearly address situations that are weird, are uncomfortable. So instead of blaming yourself, pressuring yourself, okay, I'm just gonna say yes to everyone and then they leave me alone. No, you owe it to yourself to say no to what doesn't feel true to you, what doesn't feel right to you. And it's not about being greedy. It's not about being selfish in any way, shape, or form. And actually, I think it's time that we reclaim the word selfish. I don't think it's so bad to be selfish. I think we have forgotten to be selfish over time. And we constantly put others before us. And then we resent them because we chose to do that. Being selfish is not so bad. You need to put the oxygen mask on yourself first, or else how are you going to be of service? Trust me, the kings in the tarot understand that being selfish sometimes is part of the process. So, knights are about movements. Knights point you in the right direction. They're some of the best tarot hacks. Here, they're pointing in the swords. They're saying, okay, your mental health, your boundaries, communication, even literally breathing. We're talking about air here. anytime I pick a lot of swords, especially the Knight of Swords, and I know this is going to sound weird, I think about my breathing. I'm someone personally who holds my breath all the time. Whenever I'm like busy doing something, if I'm like practicing something, I think the worst is like when I'm practicing playing guitar. Oh my goodness. I hold my breath for like 2 minutes. It's crazy. And then I panic. I'm like, what's happening? Why am I so anxious? Notice your breath. Are you breathing properly? Are you inhaling by your nose, exhaling by your mouth? I know it sounds basic. Well, the tarot is a mirror of real life. Real life sometimes, you know, it's the foundation, it's the basic stuff. A lot of the times when we struggle with the big themes in our life, we have to go back to the roots. That's what the Hierophant is. It's like, okay, go back to the roots, the foundation. What isn't working there? Are you sleeping enough? Are you breathing? Are you drinking enough water? Okay, yes, so let's go, you know, think about something else. But there's something here about the awareness of your breathing. And some of you are going to be like, yeah, let me think about it. Let me analyze this. And others are going to be like, that makes no sense. Who cares? Totally fine. Sometimes we block ourselves. We're not in a receptive state when we're not breathing properly. That's why to me it's something I'm very passionate about. I'm like the annoying person in a room that's always like, take a deep breath, take a deep breath. And the more I say it, the more people kind of naturally do it. There's something about this here. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to annoy you with that. Capricorn, are you breathing properly? Are you getting some fresh air? Are you taking a little bit of time away from your phone and just releasing? It's like the way I'm sensing it is like you're holding in a lot. It's like there's pressure. The pressure wants to be like released. This is going to mean something to some of you. Okay, let me pick some oracle cards. Give me 2. 1, manifestation. What you seek is seeking you. What are you looking for? What is your goal? What is your dream? What would feel right? What would you like to receive when you get in that receptive state? What would you like the universe to send your way? Because it's seeking you. And we have no, baby. Look at that. I can't make that stuff up. I told you, you're invited to say no. 4 of Cups is the no card. So, and it's not about being negative. It really isn't about that. It's about the boundary of the word no and all the shame attached to it. So, there's going to be, again, people needing something from you, probably later in the month of March. And I think that it's essential that you speak. Not that you show it with your body language. Again, not that you're building walls, that you're saying, this is a no for me. And it says sleep on it. You don't owe anyone a response. I don't care what anyone makes you think. The fact that we have access to folks 24/7 because of our phones, it created the illusion that we owe quick response to everyone, and we don't. We don't. So sleep on it. If it is confusing, if there is shame or weird sensations coming up to the surface, honor that. You know, we are in eclipse season. Eclipse season is not the time to do any type of ritual. It's not even the time to do any type of manifestation, to be honest. It's a time to sit with our freaking feelings and honor them and hold space for them. That's the only thing we're supposed to do in eclipse season. Let it come up. Queen of Cups at the heart of your reading. 5 of Pentacles as general energy. There's going to be uncomfortable stuff and old stories that come up. Good. You have a different perspective. You are a more healed version of yourself now. So how do you see? How do you deal with those feelings that are coming back from the past, coming up to the surface? You're going to handle that differently. Again, as a more healed version of yourself. Everything is different now for you, Capricorn. Everything, the way you interact, the way you receive, the way you see the world, the way you see yourself, it's changing. And you were expected to change. Good. Keep on doing the good work. Taking the step back when you need it. Pausing when you need. And showing yourself that freaking compassion that you deserve. I'm sending so much love. A huge, huge energetical hug to all the Capricorns. If you're not a hugger, just a high five. I see you. I hear you. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.